Oh no! Sean played a mob rule. He now has our consuming aberration, has potential lethal on us, and that seems bad. Today at Commander Replay, we take a long-awaited revisit to Wrexial the Risen Deep. Who's gonna survive when things get silly? Find out next on Commander Replay. Hey guys, next time you purchase cards, if you want to support me and my LGS, be sure to check out mothershipatx.com and use the promo code REPLAY to save 15% on your next order. And if you can't find what you're looking for, you can use the TCG affiliate player link. All links are in the description below. Welcome back everyone, we are playing some Wrexial the Risen Deep today. Take a look at this opening hand. You know, a second land, this might almost be keepable, but yeah, let's mulligan that. Wow, looks like we're going to 6. Ouch. Oh man. Wow. The hands are not cooperative. We've got a windfall, so if we can just like find, we just need a blue. Any second land will be good, so let's keep this. Eek. Sire of Stagnation to the bottom, since that is big and expensive. Perhaps this deck needs more lands. Maybe I cut a few too many. Ouch, and we're going last. No good, not a great start for Wrexial. Light on lands, last in the turn order. So anyway, today's deck was sponsored by Patreon supporter Kithron. Instead of giving me a deck list like they normally do, they said to me, I just want you to play Wrexial again. So I said, okay, I'll play some Wrexial. We'll make all the updates to it because I haven't touched it in a long time. And there's been quite a few. There's quite a few mill cards that have come out over the past few years. So mill slowly getting better as a strategy. We draw Sphinx's Tutelage, not that land we're looking for. It's not the best. We'll play the Bloodchief Ascension right here. Pretty nasty card. If we can get it online, we'll see what happens. Definitely the type of thing that needs to be shot by opponents. Avacyn Priest coming into play for Chaotix. Nice. But yeah, I really hope we catch that second land next turn. But anyway, yeah, thank you to Kithron for sponsoring this deck. I've been wanting to play Wrexial again. Wrexial is just, it's a fun old school commander. Doesn't show up a lot anymore. Everyone's favorite Legendary Kraken. Although Gyrood is pretty cool too. Brings it back to our turn. Not a land. Awesome. Getting that party started. Love it. Love it. So there are 36 lands in the deck. There's one flip land in there somewhere. It's a little low. It was at 37, but I was having trouble cutting cards. I wanted to get a lot of the new mill cards into the deck. I don't play mill enough to know which mill cards are better than other mill cards. So yeah. If we can catch a land next turn though, we'll be okay. If we miss it next turn, we might be in some trouble after that. That's not a great place to be, but... Growing Rites of Itlimoc. Ew. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be bad. Miri Weatherlight Duelist coming into play for opponent. Yep. Hope for that land. Hope it's not tapped. There's a land. Whew. Thank God we got there. Alright, let's play the Dimir Signet. That'll give us blue mana, and since we don't have more mana that we can spend on it, just makes more sense right here. So we'll pass like that. And you know what? The curve in this deck has come down quite a bit since the very first time I played it on the channel, like almost 4 years ago. So with that being the case, we'll take a peek at it real quick. You know, lots to do at 2 and 3 mana right here. Really cut the 4 drops. Decent number of 5 drops, not too many. We got 7. I definitely have decks with more 5 drops than that. Pretty light on 6 drops. Couple 7 drops, couple good 7 drops for that. So normally I do play a lot of 6 drops in my deck, so the 7s kind of make up for the lack of 6s. But yeah, we got 2 at 8. You know, you'll feel those. Got a Rise of the Dark Realms up here and a couple X spells. But yeah, overall, a lot of stuff to be doing between 2 and 3 mana in the deck, so even if we're getting punished a little bit with the lands right here, just as a matter of us having a decent number of low cast cards in our hand, we can still play a lot of things, so that is at least somewhat helpful. Opponent gets their commander into play. We'll talk about what everyone's playing in a second. I guess we'll start on the left with Chaotix 2075, piloting Colfenor the Last and we see an Avacyn's Pilgrim. I have no idea what he's up to. Colfenor... The obvious choice with Colfenor is like a Reanimator style deck with probably some sack outlets and stuff like that, but Chaotix doesn't always go for the obvious choice, so we'll see what he's got going for us today. But it's also a 3/7 Vigilance Reach, which is just kind of a big body. It's going to be in the way, although our commander does have Swamp Walk, and they've got a swamp already, so that's good news for us. Sean gets his commander Obuun Mul Daya Ancestor into play, and turns one of his lands into a creature. And he's going to send Miri Weatherlight Duelist our way. This is going to get us for 3. There's a Mana Vault. That could be helpful. Let's get the Thought Vessel into play. I guess we play the Mana Vault. And we're out of colored mana, so we'll pass like that. Next turn, maybe we play a couple spells. You know, we're a little light on blue, and everything in our hand takes blue, so that's the thing. If we caught a land off the top, we could just play Extract from Darkness without using the Mana Vault, and that would be cool. Otherwise, we may want to just think about the Windfall. We'll see what happens. Soul's Attendant into play for Chaotix. Is this mono white Colfenor? Is that what he's doing? Our second opponent, by the way, is Champion of Thune, piloting Rin and Seri Insperable, the Cats and Dogs commander. Whenever you cast a dog spell, create a 1/1 green cat creature token. Whenever you cast a cat spell, create a 1/1 dog creature token. Pay Naya and tap it. It deals damage to any target equal to the number of dogs you control, and you gain life equal to the number of cats you control. Pretty sweet. I haven't actually seen this one in action yet. It just hasn't shown up at any point in the games that we've been playing, and it's been out since what, the summer? So we'll get a look at it right here. They've got a Kasali Pride Mage coming in, and they do get themselves a dog. Pride Mage not the best, could shoot some of our stuff. If they have to shoot something, I'd prefer they shoot the Bloodchief Ascension, since it's kind of a late game play, and for right now it's not doing that much for us, so they're going to put a Skull Clamp on it first like a professional, yeah. The one I hope they don't shoot is either the Signet or the Mana Vault. Oh, and they are partnered with Kaheera the Orphangaurd, by the way, which says, each creature in your starting deck is a cat, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, or beast. So I think every creature they play has to be a cat, with that being the case. Ooh, that's a Dockside Extortionist. That's going to be good. Seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pride Mage on the Bloodchief Ascension. That will get rid of 1. That's fine. Bloodchief Ascension, super nasty. Will definitely end the game quickly if it gets online. The thing is, too, is that with that gone, people may not attack us as much, we can hope. Because with the Bloodchief Ascension in play, they only want to attack you so that counters don't get put onto it. So I'll give that up right now because we're not super well set up to take advantage of it in this exact second. So if we got to lose something, I'd rather it's that than our mana production. We could potentially get our own Kasali Pride Mage if we're able to cast Extract from Darkness. Opponent gets themselves 5 treasures. It's pretty good. Anyway, so with Kaheera's companion ability, I do believe that means every creature in their deck has to be a cat. Or I guess it could be like elementals and other stuff too, but that's an interesting pairing. Kaheera also says Vigilance, and each creature of those types gets +1/+1 and has Vigilance. Ooh, that's an Omnath coming into play. So that's an interesting pairing right there. I did get run over by a Kaheera Erebo deck a few weeks ago. Now, it was a case of we all looted and drew a bunch of cards and like no one hit the board wipe, and that was the thing, but sometimes you don't draw the board wipe. So, got to be careful with these creature-based decks like this. Sometimes you just don't find the removal when you want it, and they will run you over. But the more pressing matter at the moment is this Omnath Locus of Rage that just came in. There's a trigger. Obuun going to turn a land into a creature again, and whenever a land enters the battlefield, make a 5/5 green elemental creature token, and when they die, damage goes everywhere. Yep, quite the army over there already. Yeah, blue mana off the top would be the most ideal right here, I think. I'd probably go Extract from Darkness and then Windfall or something like that. Maybe give up on the Sphinx's tutelage. Miri our way. 4/4 over to Chaotix. And Miri trigger. Yep, no double blocks. I just haven't seen Miri Weatherlight Duelist all that much over the years. It seems like it should be really good, but it just doesn't show up very often. Every once in a long while, you'll see it. I think its best use is probably in like a Rafik deck or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. When it came out, I just thought I would see more of it than I do, and I really don't, so. We're down to 34. Brings us back to our turn. Mana Vault, we're still untapped. It's a swamp. It's a land. Lands are good. It's an Urborg, which is really good because it turns everything into a swamp, which makes Wrexial unblockable, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, we still only have 1 blue mana. That's so awkward. Oh, that Reliquary Tower is killing us. So the land base in this deck is largely from early 2017. At some point later than that, I stopped adding Reliquary Tower to every single deck because colors do matter. And if your deck can't reasonably be above 7 cards under natural circumstances, then you don't necessarily need Reliquary Tower. Although with stuff like Windfall, I guess you can get there pretty easily. As much as I like all the things in our hand, I think we just got to Windfall. This hand is way too dicey. We need to find an island at some point. And Chaotix has got 7 cards in hand, so it also looks like he needs some lands as well. So it is Windfall time. All right, we got some Rampant Ancient Tomb. Did not catch the island that we were looking for. Wow, that's super awkward. We did catch a Life's Finale, but we're 1 mana short of it. So next turn is probably the Life's Finale turn. Oh, man, where's the blue mana? Got a Traumatize, got a Consuming Aberration. Yeah, I guess we passed like that. Check this mana base real quick. 5 islands, I guess that's a little low, but there's fetches in this deck, right? There's some fetches in the deck. I don't think I have all of them. Maybe that's the issue here. That is probably the issue that we're running into. So Chaotix hits his 3rd land. Sean says this might be higher power than he remembers. He did discard an Aggravated Assault. That's a very strong card. Elder Gargaroth. Happy that one's gone. That card is awful. 5 mana 6/6 with 6 abilities, no big deal. Takes over the game by itself. Had a whole thing on Twitter about it last week. You can go check that out if you like. Generous gift on the Omnath. Yes, that absolutely needs to happen. We'll ping 3 damage to a target. Just gonna go to Chaotic's face. Sure. Yeah, as far as power levels today, I did tell everyone this was gonna be on the lower side. You can probably build a halfway decent Wrexial deck, but mill is still hard. We're not completely devoted to the mill plan. Like, we have win conditions like Consuming Aberration and just Diluvian Primordial, Sepulchral oh god, I can't say it. Sepulchral Primordial. We have creature-based win conditions in the deck, so we can get there with damage in case the mill doesn't pan out. But we can theoretically get there with mill, just that it'll take a while. And I'd say it's about a 50-50 split. Like, there's about a 50-50 chance of we can either mill someone out or just get there with damage. So opponent's going to flip over that Growing Rights. Those are pretty good. That is a lot of extra mana. Color me jealous. Maddening Cacophony. This one looks really good. 2 mana, each opponent mills 8 cards. If this spell was Kick, each opponent mills half their library instead. So if you like Traumatize, for 1 extra mana, this traumatizes each of your opponents. That's really good. So cards like this definitely help the mill strategy a lot. So I wanted to get this one in there. Hopefully we'll get a look at it. Our blue mana troubles right now can definitely be an issue. If we got Spreading Seas off the top, there's a pretty good chance that I Spreading Seas one of our own lands. Landfall on that, changing a creature into a land. Yeah. Oh, have I talked about Sean yet, by the way? So our final opponent is Milk and Cheese 1, Sean, piloting Obuun Mul Daya Ancestor. At the beginning of combat on your turn, up to 1 target land you control becomes an XX elemental creature with trample and haste until end of turn, where X is Obuun's power. It's still a land. Landfall, whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. He actually had the paper precon of this deck, and we played it over webcam not that long ago. I think I was playing my tap creature deck, but got an interesting look at the precon. It's not a bad little precon. I thought it did a pretty good job of just like having a lot of creatures and a lot of power on the board. And from what I saw, it looks really playable out of the box. So if you've been looking at that precon, I think it's pretty sweet. It's not a bad pickup. And I don't think you really have to do that many things to the deck to get it into shape against like quote-unquote normal commander decks. You know, if you're just playing like a normal kind of mid-power game, 8 to 10 turns of commander, couple small changes and I think you'll be right there. So pretty sweet little precon. And yeah, just, you know, kind of looks like this a lot of the time. Just a lot of bodies in play. Although we might be sad when I blow this land up right here. Oh, nope. The land changes back before our turn, so not going to get to blow the land up. Sadness. There's a Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt is cool, although it's still not an island. I'd really just like an island. But I guess we play the Mana Crypt. Then we play the Ancient Tomb. Let's go for Life's Finale. We'll choose Sean. All right, how much mana do we have left? We need to pay 3 more into this thing. We could go with that. And then I think we can get Consuming Aberration after that. Yeah, we'll have exactly enough. Let's do it. Blow up the board. Oh, that's a flawless maneuver. Wrecked. That was at a champ. Okay. Sean's board is the one that I'm more worried about. So Champ's going to get to survive with a bunch of creatures. We will dump a bunch of creatures into Sean's graveyard that we don't think he needs. Xenagos is one. That one's tough to deal with. Nyx Bloom Ancient is another. Also, we have some ability to reanimate these things, and Morog seems like another one, so let's get rid of the worst ones right there. Hope that he doesn't have an Eternal Witness to bring him back, because that would be terrible. Let's play this Consuming Aberration. And, you know, now we're in this game a little bit. We've got a 28/28 Consuming Aberration. Opponent's gonna need some removal, or at least some blockers. Chaotix has a Kodama's Reach in his graveyard, which means I'm going for Wrexial this turn, and I really just want to hit this Kodama's Reach. Champ saying we hit all the fast mana, and I'm like, yeah, it's not that kind of deck. Like, we just drew all of these instead of drawing lands, and that's kind of been a problem. Valiant Changeling coming in, yep. Triggers both halves. Gets cat and a dog. Oh, that's a second harvest. Gonna double up those tokens. Yep. Puts a sword on the dog. It's a 6/3. Skull Clamp something. Draws 2 cards. You know what's actually going to be a problem? That damage ability. Any target, you say. Although, I guess Consuming Aberration is safe because it's a 30/30. But Chaotix did get an Impassioned Orator into play. Yeah, it almost looks like he's doing like a Soul Sisters kind of thing. Couple attacks over to Sean. There's a Sword of the Animus trigger. Oh no! Sean played a Mob Rule. He now has our Consuming Aberration. has potential lethal on us, and that seems bad. Well, this game devolved quickly. I think we're going to survive, though. Not in, like, great shape. No blocks. Surviving champ will be an issue. We require another board wipe. We go down to 4. That hurt. And there's a Blasphemous Act. Oh, that gets rid of champ stuff. Consuming Aberration will survive, though. The board getting blown up. Sean says, Leroy Jenkins. Champ scooped. Not happy with the set of plays right there. Oh, well, Mana Crypt and Mana Vault, those are a thing. Guess we gotta pay for the Mana Vault, because if we lose the Crypt flip, life will be bad. Oh, we can make a single black out of that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we can still get 1 out of the Ancient Tomb, thankfully. Mana Crypt flip, tails, lost. Oh, yeah. Down to 1. Down to 1. There's a Mnemonic Betrayal. That's kind of cool, right? Although we don't really have mana in any sense. Kodama's Reach? I guess we take Sean out. Sean goes down. That leaves just Chaotix. I mean, I guess we have enough for the Kodama's Reach, and I think that's where I'm at. So, play the Mnemonic Betrayal. Consuming Aberration will trigger. A whole bunch of things into the graveyard. If we had a lot of mana... Oh, we could play the Centaur Peacemaker. But I really want the Kodama's Reach. Peacemaker gives us the opportunity to survive our own stuff. So I guess we're doing that. Oh god, I can't cancel out of it. Uh-oh. Because I want to cast Soul's Attendant first since we have the mana. Well, it won't let me go back. So I guess this just happens now. Aha, there it goes. Okay. Just had to get further into the process. So let's play the Soul's Attendant. Then play the Centaur Peacemaker. Oh, when we played the Mnemonic thing, because there were no cards in the graveyard, we lost our Consuming Aberration. So that just happened. Whoops. Didn't realize that was a thing. Shows you how often I played Dimir. Get a Centaur Peacemaker. Gain ourselves 5 life. Yeah. Mnemonic Betrayal returns the exile cards back to their owner's graveyard. Marauding Blight Priest. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Ooh. Ooh. We do gain 1 life, but if they start playing more life gain stuff, they could get us. They could get us with that. I'm a little nervous. Back to our turn. Mana Crypt, Mana Vault. Gotta untap the Vault. Mana Crypt. Choosing Tails. Lost the flip again. Ouch. Down to 4. There's an island finally. Oh my. Play the island. I think we get Wrexial. We're 1 short of not being... you know what? We'll get Wrexial next turn because we can do stuff without tapping the Mana Vault right here. We could cast this Traumatize is a thing that we could do. Let's Traumatize. So Chaotix mills half of his library. Interesting against that deck, if he gets his commander into play, he can get all of his creatures back. He's got a 3-2. I think we're just going to stay put. Here comes a Tabarax. Okay. We gain 1 life. It does have flying. Use the Soul's Attendant ability. Does he send the 3-2? I would, because it forces us into a block with the Peacemaker. Mana Crypt. Flip. Tails. Won the flip, finally, staying at 5. Our Mana Vault is untapped. Excellent. Oop, that's a propaganda. Probably going to need that one. Play this Witch's Cottage. We can get back Fleet Swallower. Diluvian. Ooh, Diluvian Primordial seems good. Even if it's just for 1. Even if it's just for 1, that seems good. Let's get the Diluvian Primordial back. It goes on top. Let's cast Wrexial. We're out of blue mana, so we can't cast any of the other things in our hand. It's unfortunate. So I guess we pass like that. Keep clinging to life. He's going to activate Makokoro. Sure. We draw the Diluvian Primordial. Sends in the Tabarax. Yep, we don't have anything for flying. Uh-oh, I think he's got tricks. Think he's got tricks. No, just tapping out. Okay. It's getting nervous. Getting very nervous. Down to 4. Mana Vault, Mana Crypt. Go Tails again. On the flip. Nice. Staying at 4. That's a Gilded Lotus. Colored mana. Sweet, sweet colored mana. Send in Wrexial. And it hits. We can cast any spell we want in their graveyard. Cultivate and Kodama is still feeling pretty good. Day of Judgment. Yeah, I mean, we could do that. Lots of removal. Altar's Reap. I think I'm just on a Cultivate. Cast the card? Yes. I would like to cast the card. Cultivate. Get those islands. Yeah, we need more islands in the deck. 1 into play taps. 1 into our hand. Play the 1 in our hand. Let's get Diluvian Primordial. I guess we get the Vampiric Tutor this time. Soul's Attendant. We gain a life. Very important. Also, we got a flying blocker now, and that's a big deal, too. Cast the Vampiric Tutor. What are we getting? We go for the Millwin. We may already have the Millwin in hand. Let's get Court of Cunning, I guess? New card? Yeah, we'll try out the new card. Why not? Let's get the Propaganda. And we're going to have to use the Mana Vault again, though, which I was trying to avoid, but pass the turn. That's a Zendikar Resurgent. I mean, we're not going to kill them this turn, so, like, I don't think we are anyway. Maybe we can with the mill. We'll see. How many cards does he have left in his library? He has 33 cards left in his library. This only still mills half, which is kind of a problem. So, you know, what, about 16, 17 cards or something like that? Mana Vault. Yep, got on tap that. Mana Crypt. Flip. Tails. Won the flip. Staying at... Oh, we're at 3. How'd we get down to 3? If we lost that flip, we would have died. Huh. Where did all our life go? Oh, did I tap Ancient Tomb the wrong way? I might have tapped Ancient Tomb the wrong way. I think that's what I did. Let's swing in with Wrexial. Keep getting these Wrexial triggers. These things are kind of hard to get just because, like, when you play a Wrexial, people want to shoot your Wrexial, and then you don't get to get Wrexial triggers all day long. So this is actually the perfect situation. Late and not a lot of answers. Wrexial trigger. What else do we got? Day of Judgment, not really looking for. Austere Command, not really looking for. Kodama's Reach it is. Yeah, getting all the lands. This is how you ramp into Dimir. Swamp and an island. Swamp into play tapped. Island into the hand. Play the island. Yeah, we could probably cast most of these cards. Cast Maddening Cacophony with Kicker. He's down to 16 cards in his library. Nice. Get the Psychic Corrosion. Then get Court of Cunning. We become the Monarch. Pass like that. We didn't cast any creatures right here, so we could die if we lose the Mana Crypt flip. If he plays a creature, though, and he has incentive to play creatures, we draw a card, he'll mill 2, but with the Zendikar Resurgent, he has incentive to play creatures, so if we gain 1 with the Soul's Attendant, then we'll be out of Mana Crypt range. We'll see if he picks up on that or not. Cracks Myriad Landscape. Excellent. Casts a creature, draws a card, we gain a life, staying out of Mana Crypt range, and now whenever his creatures die, he can get stuff back from his graveyard, and given that we've milled most of his library, he has his pick of the litter. Core Sanctifiers. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Don't love this. Do you go for Propaganda? Do you go for Court of Cunning? Or do you go for Psychic Corrosion? Let's see what he's after. Another Soul's Attendant trigger. Draws another card. Oh, he shoots the new one. You can't shoot the new one. I guess if we're the Monarch throw, he mills 10. I guess that seems pretty good. He's at 11. So yeah, that's kind of a problem for him, I guess. Yeah. Ooh, Drana's Emissary. At the beginning of each upkeep, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. When you're at 5, that's pretty scary. That's pretty scary. But we will be able to double strike Wrexial this turn, although I don't know if he has enough interesting spells left. We'll see. We did just mill a bunch of fresh cards, though. Brings it back to our turn. Mana Crypt, Mana Vault. Mana Vault is untapped, thankfully. Mana Crypt, Tails. Lost flip, down to 3. Down to 3. We draw a card, he mills 2. We play a Swamp. We play a Fire Shrieker. Equip a Fire Shrieker to our Wrexial. Swing with the Wrexial. This will put him to 20 commander damage. Now it's going to be a race to see if we kill him with commander damage, if we kill him with mill, or if we die to our own Mana Crypt. Got a foot race between those 3 things happening. We hit with Wrexial. There's a Wrexial trigger. Just board wipes? It looks like Blood for Bones, huh? Sack a creature, return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, then return another... Ooh, yeah, that's kind of cool, right? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So we're going to cast this Blood for Bones, sacking this Centaur Peacemaker. We'll get back only 2 choices, Fleet Swallower or Consuming Aberration. We'll get the Consuming Aberration. That brings a creature back. We gain a life. Excellent. Love it. And we get to put this one back into our hand. Even better. Wow, that's a good card. Blood for Bones. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Second Wrexial trigger. What else can we hit? Toxic Deluge, Altar's Reap. Oh, Enlightened Tutor, huh? Teferi's Protection, Demonic Tutor. Let's go for Demonic Tutor. See if we can just finish it up. He's on 8 cards. Consuming Aberration. Down to 3 cards. So we just need to draw. If we just draw a couple cards, that'll do it. What can we draw cards with? Spreading Seas would draw us 1 card, which would mill him 2. There it is, Mind Funeral. That's what I was looking for earlier. Mind Funeral. Get him with the Mind Funeral. Consuming Aberration. And we got there. He's down to 0 cards. Pass the turn. Nice. Getting there with the mill win. Also, what a silly game. The strategery went out the window, I think. A little bit of Commander Replay plot armor in this game. Under normal circumstances, you would play the mob rule and then just kill us with our own Consuming Aberration is how that would play out, and then we don't get all those fun moments after that. But hey, at the very least, this video should be nice and short to edit, so I hope you guys enjoy this one. But yeah, it's fun to take another look at Wrexial. Hopefully we'll get another chance to take a look at it in the future. Like I said, I talked about it during the game. Maddening Cacophony looks really good. That is a very much upgraded Traumatize. And along with some of the other stuff that's been printed over the past couple years, Mill is getting stronger. I'm not going to say it's a great strategy, but I think with some of the newer stuff, I think you can reasonably get there with Mill. Especially against all 3 opponents. This game was kind of weird. Not necessarily a great example of how a 4-player game will play out against Mill, but still a fun little look at just some of the newer cards and some of the stuff going on. I don't even remember the last time I played a Dimir deck on the channel, so probably good to do that as well. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching. Hey guys, next time you purchase cards, if you want to support me and my LGS, be sure to check out MothershipATX.com and use the promo code REPLAY to save 15% on your next order. And if you can't find what you're looking for, you can use the TCG affiliate player link. All links are in the description below. I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. If you want to help support the channel or vote on which decks I play next, feel free to check out my Patreon at the link below.